Welcome to this circuit. As you can see, this is no ordinary circuit like you have seen out there. Today, we are going to bring automotive comparison to the next level between both Foton View C2 panel van and everyone known Toyota Hiace. You may ask, what's in it for you to stay with us until the end of the video? Our test consists of acceleration, stabilization, braking, turning radius, and fuel consumption. These are the tests that will determine the ultimate van for your business. For all the tests, we'll be using a point system. For each test won, the van will be awarded 2 points. Let's stay tuned and see who has more wins today. Joining us today will be Gunnison, formerly ride and handling engineer who worked with some automotive brands, and one of them was Ford. Other than testing out the facts and figure, we also need someone who is enthusiastic and experience-oriented. We have Kenwei.
I don't know what's the comparison today when it comes to vans. The Toyota Hiace is definitely the choice because it has been proven throughout the past 2 decades. Reliable engine, everyone knows how to fix it. I don't know what's the point for today.
Well, like you said, Kenwei, it's 2 decades old, so we need to move on. And introducing the new Foton C2 panel van. It has a 6-speed gearbox. It has Euro 4 compliant diesel engine. It has a 2-liter diesel engine, which is much cheaper road tax, and we know that counts. So let the cars show itself out.
I can already feel the tension in the air. Let's head on to the first test of the day, accelerations. As you can see, there's a 150-meter circuit for you to hit full throttles until the laying cones. We are at the starting line of the drag race between Foton and Toyota. Who do you think will win the race?
Good morning, everybody. We are in the Foton C2 panel van here. We've got a Euro 4 compliant diesel engine, a 2-liter turbo diesel, and we've got some German technology in the engine as well. So let's see which one is the king of torque over here. Now, the Toyota Hiace is lighter, but I'm confident we got this in the back. We've got more torque, we've got traction control, we've got ABS and EBD. So hopefully I can go faster and stop at the end faster as well. Let's see, right? So 330 Newton meters, remember that, alright? Let's hear the engine roll.
Honestly, I'm quite curious to know what the result's gonna be because even though I have less torque compared to his van, I weigh lighter than his van. The Hiace weighs about 10 kilograms lighter than his van, but fully loaded with all the fluids and stuff, he's about 200 kilograms heavier than my van. The other interesting thing is that he has 6 gears compared to my 5-gear transmission. So if he has more torque, but he has more gears to accelerate, I'm not too sure, okay?
Without further ado, let's get on 0 to 100. We have a 200-meter circuit for this race. It should be long enough for the vans to take advantage of their own torques and gears. Are you pumped and ready?
Ready?
Set! Go!
That's more like it. Wait a minute. There we go. Pretty much. That's an interesting run, I might say.
Foton is actually winning the race. But will it last for the entire course? So, how are you guys feeling after racing a relatively larger vans?
It doesn't make sense. It's a 2.5 liter engine, lighter chassis, like I don't know.
130 kilos lighter.
Correct.
That's where technology comes in. We've got a smaller engine, but we have 6 gears. We have 70 Newton meters extra torque thanks to Foton's D01 engine.
However, Foton did take the win. 2 points awarded to Foton, scoreboard, and let's proceed to the next test.
One last thing, Conway, you gotta read this shirt.
Something.
You just have to wait.
Something takes time, Conway, something takes time. So in the last test, we're able to identify which van can go faster in a 200-meter circuit. In this test, we are going to test out which car can put itself to a halt after a full braking. Guys, have you been in any situations before where you're not able to stop the car fast enough?
Every single day, especially today. It was raining on the way here and it happens right in front of us. Some drivers, they just cut in front of you, pull out without any warning. It's a bit scary. Luckily though, I have full trust in the Foton's brakes. These brakes have been really, really good so far.
And
Though the highest panel van, I don't know so well.
Well, I think I'm going to win this round. I mean, I'm a couple of kilograms lighter than your van, and good brakes means you can safeguard your nice little cargo back in the cargo compartment, so I'm confident on my side.
Right. Seems like you two is very excited
Yes.
on the upcoming braking test. Alright, I want to make a friendly reminder again. Please do not try this on a public road. Alright? It could be very dangerous to put an emergency brake at the full speed. As you can see, there's a 150-meter circuit for you to hit full throttles until the lane cones. Let's go now.
Let's go.
Go!
Okay guys, this is a brake test. We're gonna go 150 meters, full throttle, hit the brakes at the sleeping cones and see who stops first. Simple as that. So let's see which has more metal to the pedal instead of pedal to the metal. Let's see.
So the Hiace has ABS and discs in the front with drums at the back. The usual setup for a modern van, although this is about 2 decades old, almost 2 decades old, so probably the software or mechanical parts of it is a bit outdated.
The brakes on the Foton are really good. The ABS and EBD calibration seem to be very good. Doesn't waste energy and it just brakes in the right spot.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Ready, set, go!
I need to slam on the gear because it's so hard to push. Yeah.
60, 70, 80.
Just below 80. Oh, it locked. Woo! That was a bad one.
God, can you believe it? Foton is winning again. Whoa, it's not by a bit, you know. Quite a distance, quite a gap.
I felt like the ABS was working initially and then suddenly it started to fail. So I locked the brakes at the very end.
Results are out. I'm sorry, Conway, but seems like Gun has won the test again.
You rigged the test, is it?
No man.
I'm lighter,
It's just
man.
technology.
Yeah, before we proceed to the next test, I would like both of you to actually give some opinions whether these brakes are sufficient for you to brake or is it just too less?
Actually, I believe the braking is just right. You know, it's got ABS and EBD, and the EBD really comes on its own here, playing to the car's forces. And this is really important when we have a loaded up rear cargo, right? So the EBD will help to proportionate the brake force from the rear to the front when we're braking. And I think they've tuned it just right on this car.
I think looking at him, if I were to be in an emergency situation, that would be the way to go.
Wow, that's some big words. Let's hop on to the next test. What's better way than to test a turning radius than to do a U-turn? Each van will take turns going through the U-turn. Both vans will be going through a 6-meter radius of U-turn. What's your take, gentlemen?
I mean, I guess this is the segment of the show where I finally get to drift my van over here. It's got a nice rear-wheel drive.
Wait,
What?
guys, come on, it's a panel van. We're supposed to deliver barang, not
Install
drift passenger. Okay, gaya mesti ada, true. But then we're also here to talk about convenience for the target audience, right? The delivery driver, if he can make a sharp U-turn instead of making a 3-point turn, he will save time. He will cut minutes of each delivery, and with our 6-meter cube of cargo space, That means it adds up to like 1.5 hours every day in safe time from driving. So that's very important for our drivers.
He's got a point.
Right. Alright, enough of talking. Let's head out to our test. Ready, set, go!
A delivery van like this Foton CS2, turning radius is very, very important. Why is this so important? Because it means we spend less time on the road and more time delivering parcels. So if we don't have to make 3-point turns and we just make U-turns, it makes our life simpler.
And we are off. No sweat, tight corners, Hiace. What do you want to expect? Nice. There you go. Your deliveries, your cheese, everything, your cakes, home quickly. Delivered like a champ.
The results are in for the turning radius test. Seems like both has won again.
I beg to differ. This car has a slightly longer and the turning radius should be bigger, but in the railroad test, we performed just as well. So I think this is a win for Foton.
It's okay. There are 2 more tests out of 5 and I think I'm going to take that home.
Correct.
Confident ni.
It's a Hiace.
Anyhow, points for both. Let's proceed to the next test, stabilizations. As we're coming to the last 2 tests, I just need your honest opinion. Which van is more good looking?
It's got to be the Hiace. Hiace or nothing else. Hiace is everything. Nice.
Come on, man, look at it. This is so shiny, new.
But
look
it's
at
not
the
a
grill.
Hiace. It's not a Hiace.
It's not a Hiace. It's higher than the Hiace.
Higher than the Hiace. Alright, so for our stabilization test, it will be a little bit more complicated. We have rigged a bucket filled with water on top of a car, attached with a ruler to measure the amount of water spilled. We have set the course as real as possible to imitate the actual situations of a van driver. So gentlemen, who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Tofu delivery. Remember, smooth, okay?
Power. Okay, let's hold on.
Let's go.
Hiace.
You have to compete lah, bro.
Hiace.
Have to compete.
Hiace.
Cannot just say Hiace. You have to
Hiace.
compete.
Hiace.
Alright?
When we are carrying our precious cargo, we have to be mindful of the van stability. This is really important. Now the Foton comes with double wishbone front suspension together with a torsion beam and leaf spring rear end. Now the leaf spring rear end, you might say it's unsophisticated and things like that, but there is nothing that comes close to leaf springs for carrying load. So in this case, I stand by their choice of using leaf springs because this is what a delivery van is about. And if it's properly tuned, a leaf spring isn't necessarily bad. So let's find out
Ready?
if it's properly tuned.
Set, go!
No water spilling yet. Probably because it's spilling backwards, I can't see. Let's find out. And the first turn. U-turn, and then now we go for the slalom. I have a 1 minute time to try to beat, so this is impossible if I cannot spill water. So I have to spill water, but I try to minimize it, alright? And now I have to go through 2 turns of this roundabout. Turning radius. Help me. Help me. Perfect. Perfect. Now acceleration test. And the end. Brake. No water, no water, no water spill, no water spill, no water spill, no water spill. Okay, the end.
Both of these cars have very similar type of suspension. Double wishbones in the front with leaf springs at the back. But it's all about the tuning. Let's see if Japanese tuning can make the difference. gonna feather the clutch. I'm not sure what the sound is about. Okay, that was bad. Turning. My window is already wet. Not doing a good job, I guess. Come on, Japanese tune. It's raining. I can't see the road. I'm trying my best, bro. I'm trying my absolute best. Oh my god. Oh no, not again. Okay, one thing, the clutch on this thing is a bit hard to predict. Look at the water just coming down. I'm being very gentle, my friends. I am feathering the clutch and the throttle so that this is ridiculous. Whatever. I might as well not care. Let's build up some time. Well, I'll save some time. Surrender. There we go. More. I don't know what to say. Son, you are a very gentle driver. Or should I say, his van is not the best when it comes to stability. Shut up, wiper.
So, from the previous test, do you think it's safe to say that good vehicle wins good driver?
I don't totally agree. I think we need a good driver and a good vehicle. So it's not all in just the vehicle's hands. And Conway did a very good job, but unfortunately, the results do speak in my favor. So,
yes, and we have still one last test left, and Hiace has no chance, obviously. But for the next test, is the decision maker for the Malaysian consumer to pick which van for their business. So let's proceed to the next test, fuel consumption.
It's a Toyota! It's not supposed to lose this one!
where are you
Sorry,
hiding?
Hachiroku!
So the fuel consumption test, how are we feeling, guys?
I'm quietly confident because we've passed 4 out of 5 tests so far, so I think we'll be all good. And Conway and the Hiace
You're
will
missing
be...
the point. This is a Toyota Hiace. It sips fuel and it has the best engines in the world for this kind of thing. So,
Well, Conway, I beg to differ. Yours is a 2.5 litre engine, mine is a 2.0 engine.
Correct.
We've got Foton's D01 engine technology behind this. It's nimble, it's got higher torque, and the last part I think you guys forgot. Our test road is highway plus B roads, and this car is more nimble than your car.
I don't think so. I mean, the weight difference will play a big role. Let's just see
Correct.
how that's gonna go.
To test the fuel consumption, we're taking both vans to a short road trip all the way from Serdang to Empangan, Kuala Kubu Baru at a constant speed, guys. At a constant speed, alright?
Constant high speed, not
Yeah,
that.
constant high speed. Alright. So we suggest everyone to drive between 90 to 110 km per hour. No emergency braking, alright? No sudden accelerating, just cruising.
That'll be easy for you, no sudden acceleration.
Alright,
Torturing.
let's head on to the test.
Conway is holding the average fuel consumption. He's trying his best to maintain and keep the fuel consumption low. He's determined to win this challenge, but I think he's trying too hard because at 6.5 liters per 100 km right now, we're in good hands. It's quite astounding given the number of gear changes I keep doing. And we're doing all these gear changes because we have start-stop traffic, we have traffic lights, we have uphill and downhill terrain. So we need to do this. We need to keep the turbo on boil. Stay between 1500 RPM to 2500 RPM. Just ride the torque wave of the vehicle. I'm in 4th gear now, doing 90 km an hour.
We are here at Empangan Kuala Kubu Baru and seems like both have a great drive. So how was the experience like?
It was a fantastic drive here. I really enjoyed the drive here, and it was such a surprise. You know, we thought we were having a commercial van, a panel van, but here we are with this Foton. I could take corners at 80 kilometers an hour, and there's uphills and downhills, and the car was really stable, well composed. It was bumpy. I wouldn't say it's perfect. It was bumpy, but there's no load in the back. Once we had loaded with cargo, I think the ride will be really good.
How about you, Conway?
I think I fared pretty well. Being a Toyota, I think it's tuned perfectly for what a van's supposed to perform, especially here. It was a really nice little drive here. But then again, begs the question, you know, fuel consumption, I guess we are here for that.
Yes.
I weigh lighter than you. That means I should have a better fuel consumption of 8.4 liters per 100 kilometers. How
Well,
about
you have
my
a
friend?
respectable fuel consumption, but I wouldn't say better.
It's
right?
a
We have a
Toyota.
fuel consumption of 6.8 from the Foton.
Wow!
Oh my gosh.
6.8.
Oh my
I think,
gosh.
everyone will be scratching their
That's
head.
huge.
That is
What?
a significant difference better than the Hiace, even though it's heavier. But I think the secret is in the fact that the Foton has a 6-speed gearbox. And the wave of torque provided by the D01 engine, it meant that we were only in 4th, 5th and 6th gear, most of the time just in 5th and 6th. So it was really, really good.
That is really impressive,
Yes,
to be
that's
honest.
really
Let me acknowledge
Thank you. One more for Foton. One more
All for Foton. All for Foton.
All for Foton.
Alright, I hope this video able to help Malaysian consumer to decide better on their business vans. Alright, thank you for watching.